I am not a speaker. I don't attend tech events. I don't enjoy interviews. And I don't want to be followed by cameras. I've always preferred to walk on the side of the road, alone, thinking, unnoticed. But today, I want to speak. Not to impress anyone, not for any media headline, for one reason only. To remind someone out there who feels unseen that it is possible to change your life, even if no one is watching. This is not the story of a prodigy, nor a man born into wealth. This is the story of someone who failed more times than he can count, yet refused to disappear. I was born in 1954 in Hangzhou, China. When I was young, the country was in turmoil. I was just 6 years old when my father was labeled a rightist and sent away. I left school in the 6th grade. Not because I didn't care about education, but because life didn't give me the time to study. While other kids played, I was digging, carrying, delivering, surviving. I worked in construction. I laid bricks, mixed cement, cleaned floors. At night, I came home covered in dust. But inside my heart, something stayed clean. A belief that I was meant for more. There were no shortcuts, no mentors, no golden connections. Just a boy who kept trying. In my 20s, I moved to Hainan. The southern island was opening up. I did everything. I raised turtles, grew mushrooms, sold newspapers. Well, some people laughed. Zhong does everything. He finishes nothing. They were right. I failed at most of them. But I learned. From every failure, I gathered something. Not bitterness, but sharpness. Not regret, but resilience. In 1988, I became a reporter for a small health newspaper. It was ironic, someone who didn't finish school, writing. But that job gave me something I didn't expect. A glimpse into what people really cared about. I realized something. In a country that was developing fast, people were hungry not just for food, but for trust. They wanted things that were real, safe, honest. And I thought, can I build that? Can I create something people can trust? That question never left me. In 1996, I saw it. Simple truth. People are drinking bottled water, but no one trusts what's in it. I asked myself, what if I could create a company that gives people something pure, something they don't have to doubt? That thought was the seed, the water, my restlessness. So I started Nongfu Spring. At first, it was just a tiny factory near Hangzhou's Chendao Lake. No fame, no guarantees. When we began, competitors mocked us. What's so special about your water, they asked. I replied simply, our water retains natural minerals. We don't strip it, because nature is already perfect. People didn't understand at first, but I knew if we stayed honest, they would come. And they did. Not because of marketing, but because they tasted trust. Year by year, Nongfu Spring grew. Into homes, schools, factories, into people's daily lives. I stayed in the background. No public appearances, no flashy speeches. I didn't want attention. I wanted precision. I wanted purity in product and principle. But I wasn't done. In 2001, I quietly acquired a controlling stake in Wantai Biological, a small medical company working in diagnostics and vaccines. Most people thought, water and medicine, what's the connection? To me, the connection was simple. Both give life. Both must be built on trust. Both, if handled with care, can protect millions. While others looked for the next big trend, I looked for the next big need. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Wantai's technologies saved lives. Not loudly, not famously, but reliably. Just like water. In 2020, Nongfu Spring went public, a bottle company. And suddenly, the world looked my way. I became the richest man in China. People started asking, who is Shanshan? Why haven't we heard of him before? And I smiled. Because for me, success is not about being known. It's about being needed. I don't attend banquets. I don't give TED Talks. I don't chase social media fame, because I believe the most powerful people are those who have nothing to prove. Today, when I see a child drinking Nongfu spring water or a clinic using our diagnostics to detect disease, I feel no pride, only peace, because I know my journey, though hidden, has not been wasted. So now I ask you, have you heard of me? Maybe not. But let me tell you now, I am Zhong Shanshan. Founder of Nongfu Spring in Wantai, a dropout, a laborer, a failed mushroom farmer who never stopped learning, never stopped building, never stopped believing in the quiet power of trust. I didn't grow under the spotlight. I grew in the shadows. And from those shadows, I created something that touches millions. Every single day,